Hey friends, Sam the Dingus here, just chilling. But not so much chilling, just I wanted to take a moment here and try to materialize what I can. Life is changing a lot around here, and that's for the better. I would say what real life is becoming more accurate, as opposed to my expectations of what life's supposed to be. Short thing short, my parents will be moving out of this house soon. This is the house we've lived in since I was in second grade. It's been more than 10 years then. Well, it's been a long time. I feel like most of my life has happened in this house and in my room in particular. But we will be moving out soon, and for all intents and purposes, I do believe this to be a good thing. I mean, change is hard, but it can be good for you. And it'll be difficult. It'll make maybe like the net simplicity of life go down, but at the same time that could be a good thing, you know, because sometimes I get bored, and I really hate being bored, you know. It means that I must be missing some kind of motivation or enthusiasm, and then when I feel that, I just go out and do the things I love, which always brings me back to happiness. So right now, I just want to try to list out what I want. That's why I titled the video as this. You know, it's hard to move forward with goals in your life if you don't have any idea of what they are. You're just moving through it. And I feel I do make very good use of my time. Nonetheless, I want to really map it out, because with everything changing so much, it's like an RPG, like choose your path, choose your destiny. I'm wondering exactly what will become of it all, and I'm afraid if I don't pick, then it'll be chosen for me. So I just want to take a second here for myself and really dig deep into my brain and figure out what it is I want. What is it that I want with this world, and then how can I go about doing it? First things first, I would say I just hope that my body maintains its health, and I do my best every day to check up on that. Nothing broken, nothing torn, getting stronger and stronger. As long as that is happening, I feel I'm successful in life. But accidents happen, right? I want to stay motivated. I want to keep making art, and I want to expand my art. I've been having a lot of fun with YouTube lately, because I've been breaking it more into what I really want it to be. My YouTube is not commercially based. You know, like I say all the time, my goal is to be famous. Famous is what I'm going for in this world, and I don't mean it like just so I can be famous and like have clout or anything like that. It's like, in this world you can do a lot of things. You can be a corporate slave, you can be a blue-collar jockey, or I mean, you could just be an asshole, you could steal from people, or you could be famous. And to me, out of all the options, I think that sounds like the best. The most options for you. That's what famous does. Now, I don't really know exactly what famous means for me yet. It's not so much about being recognized, it's about having a body for my work and a place for it to go, I guess. An audience as well. Because I can do everything that I love to do by myself, and that's just that. I could do that forever until I die. But my goal is I want to inspire people. I want to get the world moving, and I have been doing that very successfully. You know, my closest friends over the years have started learning flips and parkour and different languages. I mean, just the secret language that me and my homies made up, not like Spanish or a real language. And everyone around me's fighting and training and just getting strong, and it's like I feel I've really started a good energy movement, and I want to take it global. I want the whole world to be raving about cheese. I want to feel enough hardship to force me into action, but I want enough comfort to enjoy a quiet day. I want a way to sustain and grow myself and make sure that I'm helping the people around me to also be healthy. These are just like basic life things, you know, like anyone would probably say they want these things though, so I'll try to be a little more specific. I want to get the ground workings down for my life. So for me, a lot of the things I do, one avenue I've always thought about is like coaching, the things that I love to do, being a teacher in a sense. a teacher of movement or philosophy or something like that. Just helping people see things differently, helping people move differently. Because that's what I want, is for people to learn to live and love and think freely, to be free to themselves and not feel locked into things that they have to do or feel obligated to do, or they tell themselves in their brain because of society that they have to do stuff. I want people to look at it from the underside. You know, it doesn't have to be just this money game and corruption or status or anything like that. You know, you can just be alive in every moment and live it up. And I think, well, that's what true life is, you know? Whatever you're doing is what true life is. And so I want people to find what's best for themselves. So I want to keep developing my skills such that I could be a teacher or a coach or something like that within a couple years. Or be competing, if that's something I'm interested in. Though competition isn't really my style. I think competition is helpful for growth, but at the end of the day, when you say, like, here's how you win, then it kind of, like, negates the usefulness of everything that isn't helping you win. But I think life is all about the scenic stops along the way. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's just a number. It doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't really change anything, but it will be happening within a couple months, I'd say, because we're at 976 right now, so very exciting. 15-year-old me, 16-year-old me would be raving. Ah, man. So, you know, when I look back at how things have come along, I can't help but be happy at all that I've done. And I also do feel, though, that I can do even more still. I can really drive it home and work for what I want, and I do. But I guess this is a healthy thing, to be worried about not working hard enough. I want to start to materialize something out of all of this. Now, I know this, for me it sounds scummy starting to say this, and maybe that's just my improper perspective on it, but I want to now earn money in some way doing what I love. I can work at Walmart, and my old job is actually paying pretty nicely right now, so I will be getting that again. But just while things are blossoming still, I want to figure out some way that I can earn money doing what I love. Through a fight, through doing flips on the street, through playing music, through the internet, or things that I do in real life. It doesn't really matter to me. I just want 1 penny. I just want 1 penny for doing what I do, and I will call that a step in the right direction. I want to get my music set up fully situated so that I can start making music when I move into this new house. I want to wake up smiling for no reason, and I want to go to sleep every night feeling great about the work I did that day. Now, if you notice, all these things that I'm talking about are things that I would do, not something that I would get, per se. That's what it's really all about. I want myself to do as best as I can, and I want to stay steering the ship as best as I can. I'm at a rift right now, seeing how things are going, but I have a lot of options in front of me now. You know, because my parents are going to be gone, I have the option to live with them or start working things out on my own, and I do want to start working things out on my own because that's true life, I guess. Enough to get my feet moving, no doubt. I could go stay in Virginia again, just grind the street beefs. It's a valid option. I don't think I'm going to stay down there, though, but I will be attending as many street beefs as possible. Because, frankly, I feel that is my best opportunity to show my talents and also get some exposure. Partially for my YouTube, but kind of starting its own bubble. I don't know what I would call it exactly. You know, so far I feel like I'm myself in my own world and out here among everything we see and everything we know. But I'm looking for that one thing that really gets me in, you know, that I feel really connects me to other people, to relevance, to really being there. You know, like I feel like I'm life's underdog, and I love that. But I'm okay to be done being the underdog, and I'm ready to come out into the spotlight. My only regrets in the past have been maybe selling myself short or stopping short, worrying about tomorrow. And so I want to give my all to everything I do. I want to find a way to have enough for myself and enough for others so that we can all prosper. I guess that's a nice cap off of what I would say that my goals are, what I want. To me, still, is nothing solid really, because you know it's hard to have specifics at this point. But shooting for the moon here. But I want, I want, I want the world to change, the whole world. I mean, our whole system of doing things. It's been developing and developing, but the world has undergone so many radical changes and regimes, and there's been no system that has stood the entire test of time. It's always corrupted by the people who run it, or thrown over by the people who hate it, maybe both. But it is very systematic and consumer based. It's everything just seems so commercialized to me, you know, even sports or even love, or you know, it's all for a profit, for a pretty penny. And money, I can't understate the value of society and money, but I also can't understate how damaging it is to our relationships to each other as people, and our relationship and understanding to the world as it is. There's just a lot of games that go on inside your brain, mini games, you know, like we're here and that's it. But now there's things that you have to do as well, you know, certain obligations to fulfill, or certain things you need. And so we kind of have to play the games that we don't want to play sometimes. So my goal is to beat the game. I want to beat the game. And to me, as I said earlier, and I said yesterday to my friend, my new friend, at the tricking sesh, I want to make money off of my passions. Because then I'm doing what I love all the time and beating the game. Getting money. I mean, I don't really give a fuck about money, but if you need it, I want a lot, and I think it's within all of our power to do well for ourselves in that regard. I don't want to sell out. I don't want to feel like a commercialized wank sock, just ejaculating Dollar Shave commercials into my videos and putting on a fake demeanor. That's not really my goal. By the way, I'm actually not opposed to doing like something like that, like a Dollar Shave Club commercial, because maybe somehow I can integrate that or make it funny. I don't know. I would do my best to stay myself, even if I, you know, started monetizing my things, and that is the ultimate goal. But what I want is to stay true to myself as I grow and develop and get a real footing in this world. And I want a nice core fan base. All of you guys. Anybody who's watching this video either cares enough to listen to me because they know me, or I mean, I guess I don't really know why you'd be watching this video, but maybe you're bored too. And I just want you guys to know I'm gonna work for you, and I'm gonna work for me. We're gonna do this together. Just don't be slacking on your dreams either. But what I want is a nice core fan base. I have a lot of aspects to my character. We've got the Flips group, we've got the Backyard Wrestling group, we've got probably the smallest group, the music group, we've got the philosophy group, we've got the biggest group, my friends, we've got the fight groups. Like, it's all just different Venn diagrams or something. Like, there's so many different subsets within my channel, and what I'm going for is people who are invested in my character. Me as me, not so much the things I do. Though I'd say I am defined by the things I do, and I love the things I do. I'm hoping for people who like to see all the videos, not just one particular kind of video. Because the last thing I would ever want is to be a channel that's only one thing. That's why I've I'm really proud of the work I've put in since I got back from Virginia. I feel I've been very, very true to my character, what I believe to be my character, and not worrying about the way I'm looked at or anything like that. I just want to make videos that I like to make because I like to make them, and I like to feel free. And this is art, and every moment is freestyle. So I don't want to limit the kinds of things I can create by saying that my channel is this or is oriented around this. Just know that this is my free space and I intend to keep it that way. Alright guys, I'm glad I took this moment here to talk to myself, really, but I'm also speaking to the world. And I don't know, when you talk to the ocean and it just makes those noises back, the waves crashing, it's like reassurance for myself, I guess. You know, it's like I never really doubt my abilities, but sometimes I forget all that I am. And so this is for me to help organize myself a little bit and help me guide myself in the path forward. And if you guys care about that bullshit, I call you a true fan. So welcome, chosen few. I hope to see a lot of you around here soon. And you know, maybe Sam the Dingus can take over the world. I'll be fighting Floyd Mayweather instead of Jake Paul. Or I'll fight Jake Paul. And I don't know, man. I want to bring honor and respect to all the trades that I practice as well. So you can count on me not being a dingus like Jake Paul. And I honestly just hate that I even mentioned him, because that's basically what his thing is, you know? Like, go out and be an asshole, or just put on a show, or be fake and get all the views from our consumerist society. Like, I know it always goes back to society when it's me talking, but like, what is this crap that we're surrounding ourselves with? Like, it's just like big headlines and flashing lights. Like, who cares, man? But also, I'm glad I mentioned Jake Paul, because something like that is exactly the kind of motivation that I needed to get started with all this. You know, if Jake Paul, Lil Pump, can get famous easily overnight, just through useless bullshit, then I sure as hell can get famous too. And I understand that people have a certain attention span, and so they just want to be very captivated by what they're looking at, but I like the people to be thinking. So I'm not really worried if people don't like what I have to say, or they don't listen to what I have to say because they're busy bullshitting. I just want to stay real and stay growing. With that, I will conclude this video and do everything I can do to move it forward in life. This is Sam the Dingus with some life changes and development. I really am gonna miss this place, you know. Sitting here now, it's hard to really picture it, but someone else will live here, so I can't come back here until I'm famous. I want to become famous and buy this house back. There you go. That's the solidified goal. Because I would love for my children to be raised in Canterbury, Connecticut, right in this quiet little town with a nice yard. I want to say, have a good day. Goodbye.